Hi, this is David again, and many times I come onto the microphone laughing because there's something hilariously funny that the comedy show, the circus that the Mormon Church puts on for the world. Today I have a little bit more serious subject, and I certainly want to set the scene properly. Those of you that are watching, and I'm amazed in Romania, Bulgaria, Peru, Australia, good Lord, Russia, all over England. I can't believe that you want to see or look at anything that I have to say. I think that I certainly have built a little bit of trust and a little bit of truth. I'm not going to tell you something that's not true. I'm not going to tell you something I haven't seen with my own eyes or heard with my own ears or read with my own eyes. This is a sad situation. And I'm going to sum it up a little bit on the reason that I'm doing the video. Now, I'm going to try and bring up the page so that I don't lie to you. You won't see it. My camera will continue to see me. And I'm going to read here. This is from the Utah News, the Salt Lake Tribune, and it is dated, where is the date on it? It's dated today. Okay, so it's the, where are we? Good Lord. I guess we're the 2011 on the 9th of November. Okay, it says, 2 missionaries from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints were killed and another injured Tuesday night when a vehicle struck them while they were riding their bikes in Donner, Texas. The 2 who have died have been identified as Trevor Reinhold Strong of Taylorsville and Derek Jason Walker, 20, and Zachary Todd Harris of Huntsville, Alabama, were rushed to the medical center where he is expected to recover. Trotter is. Police were searching for the driver. According to the website, it was in the evening around 7:30. Now let me take this off and come back so that I can see. Oh, God. Am I still? Yeah. Am I? Yeah. Okay, here I am. Jeez. God, the damn young kids know all about this shit. I don't. Okay. Here's the sad, and it's certainly not humorous in any way to have, wonderful young people killed in senseless, needless ways is tragic. There's no doubt about it. It's tragic. But here's what strikes me, okay? They all 3 were wearing garments. The magic garments of the holy Melchizedek priesthood. Bullets bounce off of the garment. J. Willard Marriott of the huge Marriott Corporation with Marriott hotels all over the world gave his testimony to one of the newscasters that the building area that he was in caught on fire and it burned his pants off, but his garments were there. He didn't have one burn under the garments, and that they saved him from being burned. Now here is the dichotomy of Mormons. And the reason that I brought this up, because I want the world. If the world is going to listen, by gosh, I'm going to say something about it. If you take it, take it. You don't take it, I don't care. I have no agenda here. If you like being a Mormon, good Lord, be a Mormon till you die and die in your temple clothes. I don't care. But what I do care about are hypocrites and people who lied to me. 50 years. I was told that those garments would protect me, not only from evil, but physically. If I got shot in a hold-up, the bullet would bounce off. If someone threw fire and gasoline on me, I would burn everywhere except my garments. It's crap. It's C-R-A-P. It is not true. Now, here's what happens. This is how the Mormons pass this crap off to the public and to themselves. So the church continues to bring in that tithing money, and the old men at the top don't have to get a job. Hinckley never had a job. He worked for the railroad for a year or so when he was in his 20s. He died in his 90s. He lived off of the Mormon church's tithing from the people the rest of his life. The hinkster. Let's get back to the main purpose of this video, and that is this. When the garments fail, no one says anything. The church people, their lips are sealed. Usually Mormons never close their lips, but their lips are sealed. How the hell did this happen? And their excuses like, well, when people are injured in the garment, they're not worthy. They've left the church. They've become a secret homosexual. They're having relationships. And the Lord's ways are mysterious ways, are not our ways. Jesus. When are these people going to be honest, not only with the public, but with themselves? I have seen over and over, and it's reported here in Utah because he's in Taylorsville, right out of Salt Lake here, and his parents and all of his ward and everybody knows, but you people in Romania, you don't know crap. You think your garments are going to, stop nuclear bombs over there. They don't. And so part of the reason I'm even producing this video is when I read that, I just shook my head and said, what the hell? It's not what I really said, but I'm going to say that on my video. How do his parents, his aunts and uncles, the people in his ward, the general authorities, which there's none of them that are specific authorities, they're all general authorities, how can they explain this? Tell me! I still have some mental faculty here. You tell me I was going to be protected. You tell, and they'll say with me, well, they'll say he's an apostate. That's why his garments didn't work. Well, they didn't save me from apostatizing and evil, now did they, Mormons? How could these beautiful, innocent young men be killed and seriously injured, wearing their garments, on a mission, where the mission president says to them every week or two, is your penis under control? Is your penis under control? Are you living the word of wisdom? You can't find anybody more worthy than these two Mormon missionaries. Now their bodies are being shipped back to Utah because they're dead. They're dead serving Jesus, the Mormon Jesus. They're dead because they're away from their families. They're dead because they're not in college. They're dead because they're knocking on door to door because they were raised in a cult and they know that the most beautiful women that they're going to be able to marry will not marry anyone that's not a returned missionary. So they'll go out there and break their butts for 2 years to come back to get that Mormon missionary wife, and they get preference getting into BYU. There's a lot of perks to being a missionary. So let me just say in conclusion how sad I am that 3 of them were seriously hurt and 2 were killed in Texas. And I'm going to report this more and more because it goes on all the time in Utah that missionaries, I don't know, did you see the missionary? You didn't. Did you see the missionary that wanted to go in the lion's den? I think he was in Peru or Argentina, some South American country, and his companion said, hey, go jump in with the lions and I'll take a picture of you. Mormons, they don't have any common sense. And when the lion chewed his arm off, they go, that's unusual. Why would a lion chew the arm off of a missionary? You didn't see that anywhere. All you people in Brazil and South America and Saudi Arabia hits my channel a lot. You don't hear that crap. His garments didn't protect him. Nothing protected him. Stupidity is stupidity, and Mormons are subject to stupidity and probably more than the average person. So I'm going to report when I see it in our news and I see it on the church news and I see it, I'm going to tell the whole damn world. Those garments are not magic. They're a piece of cloth, and Calvin Klein will protect you as much as those damn garments. They're cheaper, they're more attractive, and you're not in a cult. And these 2 young men got killed being in a cult, following the cult's prophet saying, oh, go to Texas. You know what? Every time I've gone to Texas, there's a big damn sign right on the interstate and every other highway that enters Texas. It says, don't mess with Texas. I still have some common sense. You don't break the law. You don't do crazy things. I'm not saying these kids were breaking the law. They're riding their bikes because their cars have been taken away from them because the church is out of money selling radio stations and property and land secretly. Though you guys in New Zealand don't know that. You guys in Argentina, you don't know that. They just sold, I can't remember how many acres, I think it was 15,000 acres, to Kennecott Copper out here by the Great Salt Lake for money. They needed money. Do you know that they sold 500 radio stations in the last 7 months? They needed the money. And the radio stations were laughing because they said when they sold them from the Mormon church, they found out no one was even listening to them. They're in a fantasy world. And when they take these young, innocent, beautiful young people that should have been dating and going to college and having some fun in their life, they put them out there, they starve them to death, they move them around constantly, they indoctrinate, and meeting after meeting after meeting, they have to live with another man, and then the church is surprised. There's homosexuality out there. Do you understand that in Romania? They report that in Salt Lake City. There are many gay missionaries, and there's many that get sent home from their mission. And your great leader, Thomas Monson, was the head of a homosexual deprogramming program at BYU. He was putting electrical wires on erections and saying, I think we can cure these homosexuals. And now he's the head of this cult, and you think gay people are going to be accepted for marriage and for equality? You're nuts. These people are nuts. 2 young boys. A 3rd one in the hospital, critically ill. Why? And what the hell happened? What Mormon is going to say, well, they weren't worthy, that's why the garments didn't work? Mormons will always have an excuse for failures. I don't believe them. If you do, have a good life. I think it's a sad thing that they lost their lives belonging to a cult, and their garments didn't do crap.